Dubai is a vibrant city filled with a lot of opportunities, but there's also a dark side to Dubai that a lot of people don't talk about. So before you pack up your whole life and move here, you have to consider these pros and cons of moving to Dubai. In this video, I will tell you everything you need to know about life here in Dubai from someone who've lived here over 7 years. The unfiltered truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by, you clicked on the right video. All the information you are seeking is right here. For all my return subscribers, thank you for your support, your comments, your love. It's greatly appreciated. I'll start off with some pros, then go into the cons, and then end it off on a positive note on what I consider to be my biggest pro of living here in Dubai. So make sure watch until the end. This is probably one of the main reasons people come to Dubai, the potential for high salaries. It's also considered one of the top tax-free, low-tax havens in the world. Dubai is a developing city that doesn't have the best location. So in order for companies to lure expats, they have to provide lucrative packages. Most job offers here in Dubai comes with allowances in addition to the base salary. So at the end of the month, you probably will be taking home a lot more that you would have earned in your home country. One of the major misconceptions people have of Dubai and the UAE in general is the safety. When they hear the Middle East, they automatically think it's unsafe. But Dubai has been the safest place I've lived. You can leave your doors unlocked. The children can walk to the parks alone in the communities. I'm sure you've seen videos around social media where people secure their tables at the food courts with their phones and they come back and the phones are still there. That's not a hoax. It actually happens here in Dubai. I think one of the reasons why it's so safe because one, there's security. There's cameras pretty much everywhere you go. And the penalties attached to committing a crime is pretty high as well. Most people in Dubai are expats. They're here to make money. So they don't want to do anything that will jeopardize that. Because once you're convicted of a crime, you serve your sentence and then you're deported. Even though Dubai is considered a safe space, you still have to be aware of your surroundings and make sensible decisions. At the end of the day, we are coexisting with other people that might not have the same moral values of a law-abiding citizen. Dubai is a melting pot of different cultures. The UAE is home to more than 200 different nationalities. The locals are considered the minority here. Because the city is so diverse, you will be able to find something to remind you of home. The education curriculum also reflects this diversity. You can find curriculums for British, American, Indian, German, or even international studies. Living here is a great opportunity for you to indulge in different cultures. You get to meet people from all different walks of life at different stages in their life or their journey here in Dubai. Recently, we were invited to a Holi festival and it was such a great experience. For most of the year, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. If you've lived in the UK, you know most days are dark, gloomy, and cold, and that plays so much on your mental health. You don't want to go outside because it's cold and miserable. Even though the temperatures increase here during the summer, you really don't feel it because there's AC everywhere. If you go to the bus station, the train stations, your villas, your apartments, the malls, everywhere you turn, there is AC. There is also a lot of indoor activities during that time, so you don't really miss the outdoors. One of the major cons of living here in Dubai is stability. Stability in a lot of different areas. I will try to talk about as much as I can. First, as of right now, you can never be a UAE citizen. You can be born here, live all your life, but the moment you're no longer eligible for a visa, you have to leave. There is a program currently available called the Golden Visa where you get up to 10 years. But imagine living here 20, 30 years. You've purchased property. Dubai is now your home because it's pretty much all that you know. And because of a dispute between two countries, you are given 3 months to pack up and leave the place that you've called home. Unbelievable, right? Well, that happened here in the UAE. I think maybe for 3 years. But it happened when I was here. And that was just an eye-opener to know that you can never make Dubai your home. You can never make the UAE your home, because at any point, you might have to leave. Your employment is not secured. There is no unions here to represent you or your grievances. If you have any employment dispute, you will take that to the Ministry of Human Resource and Amortization. One of the common things that employers do here is hold the employee passports hostage. This is illegal, but it's a common practice. It's also common to hear stories of people working for months without getting paid, working long hours, no off days. The way people, especially in the service industry, is treated here is unbelievable. One of the pros of moving to Dubai was a high salary, but a direct con linked to that is the high cost of living. Relocating and maintaining a certain lifestyle in Dubai is costly. If you want to live in a nice family community, you can expect to pay 120,000 dirhams for your villa. If you have kids that are going to school, that's a next 55,000 dirhams for education. Every time you leave your home, you can expect to pay a good chunk of money. I know there are people in Dubai who's living on a salary of 2,000 to 3,000 dirhams a month. Of course, that's not sufficient to get proper accommodation, so they're forced to purchase bed space, where there might be 12 to 13 people in one room, bunk beds. Or they might even share a bed space, where someone who's working in the day will sleep at night, and then someone works in the night so they can sleep in the day. Dubai is not the place to be if you don't have a job or substantial savings. You don't pay taxes here, so there's no free public services available. Begging is illegal, so if you're caught doing that, you'll be going to jail. There's a saying in the Caribbean, it's better to suck salt at home than another person's country. Meaning, it's better to be home if you're in financial problems, because you might be able to get food and shelter from a family member. But in Dubai, there might be no one to turn to. And the people that you know might be struggling themselves. Every year you have to renew your tenancy contract. And depending on your landlord, that renewal might come with a big increase or even an eviction notice because the landlord wants to jack up the rent. Over the past couple of months, there has been an increase in both eviction notices and rental disputes because landlords want to take advantage of the current hike in the real estate market. So with that said, if you are a tenant in Dubai, one of the cons is that you might not be in a particular location for more than 2 years. There was a recent post on one of the community groups here in Dubai where someone was venting because she lived in a particular villa for 3 or 4 years, and she received a eviction notice from the landlord because he wants to increase the rent. And she was saying that the landlords need to realize that the tenants are people. They're not dollar signs. And these constant moving and eviction notice, it can affect their family lives, especially if you have children. Your children have to find new friends. They have to adjust to a whole new location. She was comfortable in that spot, and she was just venting that it's unfair. It's unfair that you have a tenant paying for 4 years consistently, no issues. But because there is a hike in the real estate market, you want to increase your rent by 50 or 60,000 dirhams. It's unfair. But that is such a common practice here in Dubai that's a whole video by itself. Another con associated with housing, Dubai is a developing city. There's construction going on everywhere around you. So you have to be mindful of where you decide to settle. You don't want to settle in an area that is still developing because that's constant noise for maybe a year or even 2 years. So you have to be mindful of where you're settling. It's best to settle in a developed community so there won't be any construction. Most people, when they move to Dubai, they might not have family here. It might just be yourself or your immediate family. And because of the time zone, communicating with your family back home might be difficult. For me, I have my family in Anguilla. When I am going to bed, they're waking up. Or when they're waking up, my day is ending. So it's very difficult to have constant communication with them. If you're coming from a place with a lot of green spaces and that is something that you really love, coming to Dubai might not be the place for you. Outside of the communities and the parks, it's just concrete jungle and a desert. One of the pros that I consider to be my top here living in Dubai is the standard and quality of life. The standard and quality of life here in Dubai can be very high. They've created an environment where it's affordable to get a nanny or someone that can assist you maintaining the cleanliness of the home. You can live in a gated community with facilities like pools, play areas, lots of green spaces, gyms, and even a community center. There is something always happening in Dubai. Stores and malls are open until after 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. When I went back to Birmingham after a few years of not visiting, I was taken aback when everything closed down at 6 p.m. Maybe it might be different in London, but in Birmingham, everything shuts down at 6. I could not believe it. In Dubai, you don't even have to go to the grocery stores. Every major store, there's delivery options. You don't even have to go to the gas station here. There is a company called Cafu. They deliver gas to your home or anywhere you are for the same rates as a gas station. That is convenience at its best. But there's more. If you're eligible for a loan, you don't even have to go to the bank. The bank agent comes to your home to sign the documents. When I speak to other moms or people here in Dubai, we always talk in pretty much joke that Dubai provides, like living in Dubai is like living in a bubble. It's like a false reality because the life that you can achieve here in Dubai, you cannot achieve, it might not exist anywhere else unless you are very wealthy. So with all that said, Dubai is a great place for you to move if you can afford the life here. If you're working, it's perfect. You might have a life that you might not experience anywhere else. I am so grateful for the opportunities and experiences my family has been afforded since we've been here. There is so much more pros and cons that I can discuss. If you want me to, let me know and I can do a part 2 of pros and cons of moving to Dubai. Thank you for joining me in this discussion today. If you found this video helpful in any way, please share it with someone who's considering moving to Dubai or maybe someone who's just curious about life here in Dubai. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would help me tremendously as I try to grow the channel and provide better content for you. I hope to see you next Thursday for another video.